servants is that they worship Allah alone. And the right that the servants have over Allah is, if they worship Allah alone, He won't punish them. Hajj is one of those opportunities. So again, I repeat, I reiterate, once again, for those of you who have not performed Hajj ever, this is a monumental journey, a journey of a lifetime, a journey where there is seriousness in it, but it's also some fun as well. It's a journey where you can enjoy. You're going to meet people on this trip, and incidents and events will happen that you're going to carry away with you for the rest of your life, inshallah. So the husband and the wife, when they go to Hajj, and the husband and the wife are going around the Kaaba for the first time, and they're going around the Kaaba, and they're overwhelmed with joy. Because we've seen pictures of the Kaaba on Islam Channel, Peace TV, and so forth and so on. But now here you are, going around the Kaaba. And he looks at his wife and she's crying out of sheer happiness. And he's also crying maybe. And he says to his wife, Wallahi, I love you. And she says back to him, Wallahi, I love you as well. And they strengthen their relationship. And they're saying to each other, remember our son, remember our daughter, remember this, remember that. And their Islam, their Iman, their commitment is strengthened at that place. Allah has the right over all mankind, not just the Muslims. وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ. Allah has the right over all mankind that they perform Hajj to His house. And whoever refuses to do so because of disbelief, Allah is ghani an al-alamin. Allah doesn't need the people. He doesn't need them to feed Him. He doesn't need them to practice His religion. So this issue of going to Hajj, I told you, it is a monumental journey. It's a journey of a lifetime. It's a journey in which the Muslim man, the Muslim woman is going to spend their money to take this trip trying to prove that they have al-Iman. But you have to get focused. And you have to understand the issue. This is not an issue like in Ramadan. Allah is the one who provided for everyone. And He is the powerful, the mighty. So we've been created to worship Allah Azza wa Jalla. And one of the best ways to worship Him is by the things that He legislated upon us. And from what He legislated upon us is this issue of al-Hajj, one of the 5 pillars of al-Islam. You see this building that we're in right now? This building has some pillars in which the foundation of the building is predicated upon, it's built upon. If the pillar is compromised, then the building is going to be problematic. So if a person doesn't pray, his Islam is faulty. And I say, Wallahi billahi tallahi, if a person doesn't pray, and he's going to Hajj, that Hajj is not the Hajj that Allah accepts. If a person doesn't pray, and he's performing Ramadan, Sawm, that's not the fast that the Prophet brought, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Pray to say, look at me, I'm at the Kaaba. The main goal and the objective, brothers and sisters, of this Hajj is to worship Allah alone, by Himself. He took all of Adam's children out of Adam's loins, put them in that special place. He didn't tell them to make salah. He didn't tell them to give zakat. He said to them, Alastu bi rabbikum, am I not your Lord? And they said, yes. La ilaha illallah. You are our Lord alone. So He said about the Hajj sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Man hajja lillahi wa lam yarfa wa lam yafsaq raja'a ka yawm waladat ummuh. Anyone who makes Hajj for Allah, and when he goes to Hajj, he's not speaking or behaving he's not transgressing, and he's not being lewd in his speech. He makes Hajj correctly for Allah. He'll come back like the day his mother gave birth to him. But the first thing He said, the one who made Hajj for Allah. When you make Hajj, one of the things you should try to learn right now, I asked my wife today, do you know this is going to be your first Hajj? Did you learn the talbiyah yet? The talbiyah is the word that the pilgrim says, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. We're going to say that throughout the Hajj. You have to learn that. And the point is, if you consider what's being said, it's all about Tawheed. It's all about Tawheed. Before the Prophet performed his Hajj, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, before his Hajj, Allahumma hadi hijjatun, la sum'a fiha wa la riya. Oh Allah, here I am, I'm about to perform this Hajj, and I'm going to do it, not so people can hear it, and not so that I can show off. Sum'a is when you do something so people can hear that you did that thing. So-and-so gave 50 pounds. So-and-so gave 100 pounds. That's why the best sadaqah is the sadaqah that the right hand gives and the left hand doesn't know that it gave. In our culture, we want our names to be read in the masjid. So-and-so and so-and-so's family gave this and that. It's better that you give sadaqah and no one knows about it. So the Prophet ﷺ showed us practically in his sunnah that the Hajj is about an ikhlas, being sincere. And this is one of the ways and angles that shaitan, he comes in and he gets a lot of people. Make your Hajj for Allah. The Hajj is not a trip just to cool out and to see Saudi Arabia. The Hajj is not a trip that we go and the main focus is to buy gold or jilbabs or perfumes. All of that's okay. But the main goal and the objective of the Hajj is to establish the worship of Allah. Which brings me to the second point out of the four. The second point, inshallah azawajal, is that Allah azawajal, He has created us for a single purpose. He said in the Quran in Surah Az-Zariyat, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ مَا أُرِيدُ مِنْهُمْ مِنْ رِزْقٍ وَلَا أُرِيدُ أَنْ يُطْعِمُونِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الرَّزَّاقُ ذُو الْقُوَّةِ الْمَتِينِ. That's an ayah of the Quran that I think we should always consider. It's an ayah of the Quran we should discuss. It's one of those ayahs of the Quran that the Muslims should not be negligent concerning. Allah said in the Quran. So if a person says, I don't take the sunnah, we're saying to him, you're a liar. You're not a real true Muslim. You're being philosophical. It is the sunnah that will teach you to go around the Kaaba. That's not in the Quran. It is the sunnah that will tell you, make 2 rakat behind the station of Ibrahim. It is the sunnah that will tell you, when we're leaving Al-Medina, we're going to Hajj, inshallah, we have to go to the station called Dhul Hulayfa to put our ihram on. That's not in the Quran. So how will we know that Allah put everybody at Arafat? We knew that from the Sunnah. That's the first point. Second point is, it goes to show what I'm trying to prove to you. Everybody here has been at Arafat. So when most of you raise your hands, you say you hadn't been to Hajj, you've been in that place. This, Lord, and they all bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship except Allah. Every Sikh, every Hindu, every Christian, every Jew, everybody did that. In another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said that Allah said, إِنِّي خَلَقْتُ عِبَادِيَ كُلُّهُمْ حُنَفَاءَ فَجَاءَتْهُمُ الشَّيَاطِينُ فَاجْتَالَتْهُمْ مِنْ دِينِي. I created all of my servants upon Hunafa. Everyone was Hanif. No shirk, no kufr. And then the shayateen came and took them off of their religion. So the point here is, everybody witness to La ilaha illallah. Allah said to them, am I not your Lord? All of them say, yes, you're our Lord. Allah said, so that Yawm al-Qiyamah you won't come and you won't say, we didn't have any knowledge of this. This ayah of the Quran has been explained by an authentic hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, the Sunnah. Our Nabi, our Messenger, he said ﷺ, when Allah created Adam. So travel has been explained in detail. Allah mentioned in many ayahs of the Quran, فَسِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ فَانْظُرُوا كَيْفَ كَانَ عَاقِبَةُ الْمُكَذِّبِينَ. Travel in the earth and look at the end result of those people who disbelieved. How Allah punished those people. Some of the marvels concerning what was created by the people of the past from the relics and the remnants that they left behind. So our Prophet and our Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, before you travel, as you prepare for the Hajj, you should learn about traveling as well, the etiquettes of traveling. So in this audience, there are people who have traveled for different reasons. All of us. A person traveled for his job. Someone traveled to get married. Someone traveled for tourism, for vacation. Someone here traveled to visit his relatives. All of those issues come under the umbrella of what the Prophet told us to do, what we shouldn't do concerning traveling, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Out of all of the reasons that people travel for, out of all of the reasons, one of the most important trips is the trip of Al-Hajj. It is a monumental journey, a journey of a lifetime. So with a show of hands, how many of you have performed Hajj before? If you performed Hajj before, can you put your hand up, please? If you have not performed Hajj, can you put your hand up? So that's the vast majority. As you listen to my words right now, you are about to embark upon a monumental journey, tremendous journey. And now is the time to start to put yourselves in the correct frame of mind to travel for this journey. It's a journey of a lifetime. Those who do it right will come back with the results and the rewards. Those who don't do it right, you can go over there and waste a lot of time and waste a lot of effort and energy. So concerning the 4 points that I want to mention, point number 1, inshallah, is that although the vast majority of you have not performed Hajj, in reality everybody here has been over there. Everybody here has been over in that place. So if you go to the Quran, in ayat number 172, Surah Al-A'raf, the 7th surah of the Quran, Allah Ta'ala mentioned, وَإِذْ أَخَذَ رَبُّكَ مِنْ بَنِي آدَمَ مِنْ ظُهُورِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ وَأَشْهَدُهُمْ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ قَالَ لَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَى شَهِدْنَا أَنْ تَقُولُوا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ إِنَّا كُنَّا عَنْ هَذَا غَافِلِينَ.
Arabia. He's a graduate, mashallah, alhamdulillah. And he's also an imam of the team here in Birmingham with Green Lane Masjid, mashallah. He's been living and working here as a da'i in the UK for many years now, mashallah, alhamdulillah. I'm sure many of you are aware of him, mashallah, and probably attended his lectures here in Birmingham or heard his talks, mashallah. So I'll now hand over to Brother Abu Osama and he will begin the Hajj lecture.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. In the presentation that I want to remind all of you of, I want to deal, inshallah, very briefly with 4 points, and we'll expound upon those points during the days of Al-Hajj, inshallah. As an introduction, I just want to make mention that the issue of traveling in general has been dealt with extensively in the Quran. Unlike Judaism, Christianity, Sikhism.
This is Brother Al-Tawaf, and he'll be travelling with the bronze package. We also have Brother Mir. If you can stand up, please. This is Brother Mir, and he'll be with the bronze package. We also have Brother Shir, mashallah, if you can stand up. And he will be travelling with the platinum package. With the 2-week package, we have Brother Abdullah. Is Brother Abdullah here? Okay, he's not here. We'll introduce him later. Brother Sharif? Okay. The 2-week package, guys, they will be here later on, inshallah. We'll introduce you to them. We also have Dr. Alauddin, mashallah. Okay, the doctor is not here yet. Inshallah, he will be here to do his talk later on, inshallah. I'll quickly just go through the schedule for today, this afternoon. We'll start small introductions, and then we'll go straight to the Hajj talk, which will be done by Brother Abu Osama. After the Hajj talk, there will be a short talk by Dr. Alauddin, who will be accompanying us on the journey. And he will be the medical advisor with us through the journey, and he will be giving us a short talk on medical advice. After that, then we will have a break for door and for lunch. And this break will be for 1 hour. After the 1 hour, we will resume, and there will be a question and answer session. And the question and answer session will be split into two segments. Any questions regarding religious questions will be answered by Brother Abu Osama, and any questions you may have regarding the Hajj package itself will be answered by Brother Umar. After that, there will be a short talk on a few points to mention by myself, and there will be another short reminder by Brother Hussein. And after that, then we'll close the seminar. So the first thing I would like to do is to introduce you to the staff, members of Hilal Tours, people who will be going on the various packages. First, I'd like to introduce Brother Abu Osama, mashallah. He will be the religious guide, and he will accompany us on the journey, mashallah. So he will be there, mashallah, primarily as a religious guide. So he will be doing all the reminders, all the talks, all the lectures during the journey. If you have any questions regarding religious questions regarding the Hajj or anything else, he will be available during the whole period of the journey for you to ask questions. Next to him is that Brother Umar, and he's the director of Hilal Tours, mashallah. And he will also be there throughout the journey, and he will be there to assist. My name is Tariq Rasool, and I will also be traveling, inshallah.